Okay, let's try this a different way, boys and girls. So when I have it on my head, it sounds funny. I don't know if the microphone got messed up, or maybe it's the cover. Hey, maybe it's the cover I have on. So anyway, everybody knows what a 4Runner looks like, blah, blah, blah. So let me just tell you all the issues I have, because the 4Runners are supposed to be like these indestructible things. So I have an 07 4Runner, as you can see. She's silver. I inherited her from my in-laws, my sister-in-law, brother-in-law, with right under 50,000 miles. There's no reason it wasn't towed with, it wasn't beat, it was just a daily driver, nothing special. For the most part, well maintained. Oh, and my development is another Florida problem. I'd love to do YouTube videos on Florida problems. You'll see this little thing up here. Now in the development, people will be doing 35 miles an hour through the development. Up here, same thing, 35, 40, 45 miles an hour, and you'll see, still in development. When we get on the main road, they'll be doing 40. We're through a school zone, they'll be doing 45, 50, 35, 40. I mean, speeding through a school zone. I'm doing 25, and you normally have people up my butt, but then when I get out here, they'll be doing, same speed limit, like 35, 40 in a 45 zone. But anyway, I inherited this 4Runner at 47, I think, 300 some miles. I better stop, because I know cops are going to watch this video. See, I stopped. Oh, I didn't use my turn signal. Oops. And there was an issue with the transmission. Oh, we're in Casselberry, Florida, but we're really in Winter Springs, and in a few seconds we'll be in Winter Springs, Florida. And this one, everybody freaks out, doesn't know how to pull out here. But anyway, there's my Rant. I inherited, and it had tranny issues. Went to the dealership. It's on I-4, I think South Orlando, whatever, and they just said, yeah, not going to do anything about it. What happens is you start it up and you go to put it in drive, and it takes a few seconds to go in the drive, whether it's cold, hot, whatever. It just takes a while to get into drive. Not all the time, just every once in a while. So this was under warranty. Oh no, we're not going to do it, not going to do it. And I'm actually driving the speed limit. Look at that. So I fought with them, and it was getting ready to get me arrested, so I just backed off and just said, screw it, screw the warranty. So that's the problem with drive. But it has 130,000 miles, 120, I'm sorry, 100 and some thousand miles on it, and it's still doing it. Next, 60,000 miles. I'm sorry, not even at 60,000 miles, all 4 brake rotors had to be replaced. They were warped, and again, don't know why, just cheap stuff. So I replaced them with EVCs all around, yellow pads all around, leave it at that. Suspension was shot too, so I had to replace all the suspension. Now, this is not a Toyota issue, because I'm Pennsylvania Dutch, and that's how some old farmer said it, so I always stuck with that Toyota. So the lift kit was a totally different problem, but that's not Toyota's fault. Exhaust, about 70,000 miles. The exhaust just started stinking real bad. Shouldn't have. I mean, not 70,000 miles. Right around 80,000 miles. The front hubs wore out, and then also the rear diff went out, and then so I just had them replace the rear bearings in the diff, and I don't understand why. Now the place that did it, it only lasts about 20,000 miles, and the rear diff blew again. I don't know, just cheap parts or whatever. Now the other problem we've been having is the traction control comes and goes. So we're going to do this proper because the guy went butt. Traction control comes and goes, and all of a sudden it's because the error code reads there's a air leak in the gas tank or whatever. Drop the gas tank, because I am a backyard mechanic. So again, I guess I should have started the video with this. I could take this whole 4Runner apart and put it back together. I'm an old school mechanic, so a lot of things that nobody would notice, I noticed. So dropped the gas tank, replaced everything, put it back up. Every few thousand miles, few hundred miles, few miles, the traction control lights would come on. The dashboard would light up as a Christmas tree, and I'd lose traction control. It's extremely scary in the rain. Oh, and then like the front brakes, you know, the ABS wouldn't work either. Again, error codes always read, you know, something in the gas tank or whatever. I guess this is off. That off. I'm sorry if it's a little thing. Now we're on Tuscaloosa, and this light up here is a nightmare. So that was let's see what else. Oh, the water pump went, I think, at like 20 or 30,000 miles. It was replaced, I don't know. And then at 110,000 miles it went again, but I believe the original one only lasts like 20 or 30,000 miles. I think there was something wrong with the coils or spark plugs. And there's some old sayings about, you know, it was built on a Monday or built on a Friday, and I think that is the case with this one. So as far as for 4Runners being reliable, yeah, that's not the case. So now this light, this is, gotta love Florida. This light, see, traffic's not bad because it's after COVID, but this light right here, you could sit here for 8 minutes sometimes, because if you're in Florida, you notice, you realize red lights are red forever. Wow, that little Volkswagen's really shaking bad, man. You know, and I should have did this. What else was wrong? Oh, the AC. Now, this might have been my problem. I don't believe in replacing cabin air filters, but I guess I should have. So again, we're at 113,000 miles, 118,525. The AC started to die. What it is high is really like medium, and it's cold, but then once in a while it kicks in ice cold, and the recirculate doesn't work. And ice cold auto air was actually really super honest, and then they said the owner actually has a 4Runner, and they said it was like $1,900, and I would have rather spent that on than $900 on the stupid rear to get rear diff to be rebuilt again. So they said partially it was because the air cabin filter probably wasn't replaced, but it's also a 4Runner issue. And you got to understand, in Florida, you need the AC. That is the most important thing. Heater, no, you don't need a heater. You need the AC. So that's that. And you know, like, I've had this thing forever, and I should notice what's wrong with it. Minor little issues here and there, but then again, I know people with 4Runners that have, you know, zero issues with them and everything. So I guess I just got a bad one. Let's see what else is wrong. Everything else is really just my fault. You know, I'm like 250, 300 pounds, so the seats blew out, not Toyota's fault. The lift kit is a complete nightmare. And I think that's it. So again, I can say this because I'm not being paid by 4Runner or whatever to say it's a killer working vehicle. So any questions, feel free to reach out. Oh, this is 2-wheel drive, not 4-wheel drive. So I think we're good to go. GoPro, stop recording.